Yo, boys, it is June 8th, not 18th. Yes, it is June 18th, boys, and as you can see, here are the two trades that we took. So let's go over these. First, we're going to start with the 4-hour time frame. Market opened in this candlestick, well, reality this candlestick, but we were here going into market open. We were at one point in time nearly breaking structure to the upside. We had these imbalances right here. We have one, two. So I was kind of hoping that we seen the market slowly make its way up into here and take shorts out of this area. Although that would have broke structure to the upside on the 4-hour, causing us to be bullish. Now here's one thing. We have equilibrium. When we measure it from this high to this low, we have equilibrium. I was expecting us to see equilibrium because of how much we had moved, how much NQ has moved. I was kind of expecting a retracement to equilibrium to then hopefully take shorts out of. We got none of that. What we did get though on the 1 hour here is we made highs in Asia session. We as well made highs in London session. So when market opened in pre-market, we attempted to try to take these lows, which we didn't. We as well did not break structure to the upside. So our bias remains bearish. What are we looking for? A sweep of London or Asia highs. So if we come down into the 5 minute here, we're going to notice something. And that something is these are the previous session highs. These are one of our main confluences. We ended up sweeping it a half hour into pre-market pretty much. So 9:30 is market open. At 9 o'clock, we swept previous session highs. So this starts our model. On the 5 minute, right here at this low, we come across, we have a break of structure. What do we also have? An imbalance. If you guys watch all of my trade recaps, you see 90% of my trades are taking like this. They're mostly a dub as long as the bias is correct and we are actually following the trading plan. Now, here's where the newbie mistake comes in. These highs that swept the previous session highs left us a pre-market high. Pre-market liquidity normally always gets swept before we make the move. So my dumbass decided to enter at the rejection of this imbalance on this candlestick. We break this down just a little bit more. You can see here we pulled into it, and I took the short straight out of here. Down we came. What I didn't realize is that we didn't even sweep out pre-market highs. So the market came up and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm not even going to take them out break even. Matter of fact, let me add a position. So I was like, all right, bet. Now we just got a slightly better entry. Let's see how this plays out. And my stops, of course, were above pre-market highs, which was a really, really newbie mistake. I'm really not mad about it too. Like the loss was bare minimum to what we made yesterday in terms of percentages and dollars. So there's really nothing to bug about. And it's a lesson, right? We got to really keep in mind these pre-market highs because losing like that is just unacceptable in my opinion. So there's a lesson behind this loss. And nonetheless, market comes up, sweeps these highs, and what do? Break structure to the downside, retest this imbalance right here, and look at the short, right? As soon as we came into this imbalance, boom, enter, reject, done. Now, brown cow, don't get too ahead of yourself. That's the ES trade. We took the loss here. We were in the live Discord with the homies. The members in the paid Discord, they made bank while we were live trading, so I'm proud of them for that. That was really clean. My dumbass acted as if I was one of the members and fucking was trying to learn how to trade, forgot pre-market highs, shit happens. They were aware of it. They waited for it and they executed absolutely amazingly. So props to them. They make me really proud, dude, day in, day out. And clearly, hey, my model's got to work if everybody making bank, right? With that being said, we swept these, we dropped, and then this was the proper setup because this would have been the A plus setup of the break of structure plus the imbalance. Respect it after market has swept all previous highs and nuke. We're down. So now let's drop into NQ. NQ has been moving really strangely this week. You can see the difference in the higher time frames already on NQ and ES, so I'm waiting for them to start aligning up, which they're getting close to doing now. Yesterday, NQ just fell off a cliff. There was nothing to trade on NQ. Literally just went fucking bananas. So ES didn't really go that crazy. This is starting from Tuesday. Today's Thursday. Wednesday we opened. We had a trade within here. Yada, yada, yada. Really good trade. But look at this consolidation here. And now when we're going to go on to NQ, you're going to see something a little different. Look at these wicks, dude. When we had this 4-hour candle forming, this was a clear break of structure to the upside. We had this candle forming. I thought we had another break of structure to the upside. In reality, what were we tapping into? By the way, it's not like I was ready to flip my bias bullish. It was more like I'm prepared to flip my bias if we do get a break of structure. We were waiting for 4-hour candle closes before making any real decisions within the market. With that being said, we came into this 4-hour imbalance from, when was that? Yeah, from yesterday. Came into this 4-hour imbalance, and we as well swept out Asia highs initially, and then we have London highs and pre-market highs are going to be within here. I'm going to get to that. So when we break down onto the 1 hour, this is where it gets a little tricky. ES here did not break structure to the upside on the 1 hour, but NQ did. So when we swept London highs, we actually broke structure here, but we did not make a run yet for Asia highs. So with that being said, we have a break of structure to the upside. We don't have a break of structure to the downside. The 1 hour is hypothetically bullish because of this. So, but the 4 hour is still bearish, so we're still holding the bearish bias. Now, what are we waiting for? We're waiting for our higher time frame confluences, an imbalance, liquidity sweep, breaker block, order block, equilibrium. Right here, you can see that we have a 1 hour imbalance. Price came into this imbalance in Asia session, rejected it, came back in at market open and rejected it, as well swept out the previous session highs, all of them as well. ES did not. ES only swept London highs and pre-market highs. We did not take out Asia highs. So what does that entail for us? We are targeting, obviously, previous day lows. Now let's break into the entry model. We have NQ come up and sweep these highs. So it's like, all right, time to break down into the lower time frames. What do we get? Right here, boom, break of structure. As well, you could hypothetically call this a break of structure, but we get the break of structure, displacement, third candlestick creates this displacement. You can see this little imbalance within here, right? This candlestick comes up, taps into it very lightly, and just nukes, So I know one of the Discord members made a trade here, which was actually a really smooth trade. So on ES and NQ, they look slightly different, right? Because we immediately, when market opened, we fell, retested this area, and then continued falling. On ES, market opened, fell, pumped up, and then continued making the right move. So that's where we got faked out. With that being said, the Discord, in other hands, had taken this trade right here. I'm not sure if you guys understand why, but I'm going to explain it to you. We have this imbalance after breaking structure to the downside twice, creating imbalances every single time we've moved down. They took the trade based off of this rejection of the candlestick with their stops above this imbalance, if not above this imbalance, which is a totally fine trade while targeting, let me find the targets, while targeting these lows and these lows. So, I mean, I don't know if anyone held for second TP because that's a wild shot, but these most definitely you could hold to. That makes sense. That would be our most recent and most viable draw on liquidity. But within this 5-minute model here, you can see we made the imbalance. We ended up closing it, respecting it, and this is where we entered. Yes, we still had price push up, but right here at 10:05, let's go on ES and look at 10:05. 10:05, we were pumping, right? This is where it was like a kind of iffy. We have an SMT divergence going on because we're making higher highs on ES, but we're making lower lows on NQ. So what's going to happen? The bias is bearish. We're targeting shorts. That's why this play then came in effect really, really soon as well. This play was super, super solid. So with that being said, we get entered. Boom. We have a little bit of drawdown. Nowhere near the stops. Doesn't even sweep this lower time frame high. And the market nukes right here. TP out. Done. GG's, right? Absolutely beautiful trade. These lows could have been a target. These lows were targets, and they were both hit. So the Discord absolutely fucking ate, and that's what makes me happy. I took a small loss. Big whoop. Life goes on. The markets are going to be here tomorrow. But the main thing is that the boys are learning. They're being disciplined to the models, and they're actually executing like fucking champs, and I love to see it. It makes my days, and I'm being dead ass too. So with that being said, that's the July 18th market recap. As you can see, first TP as well right here. I know the Discord has theirs set to the equilibrium, and then that low that I was speaking about that was way over here to the left. So those are our multiple TP levels. They got hit. This was the trade I myself was looking for. I wasn't really buying this imbalance, but it makes sense why you would, because look at all of these rejections out of it in respect. I understand taking that. That actually makes sense. But me being a little extra careful, a little extra quality over quantity type of thing, I wanted to see this higher time or this higher up imbalance get filled, even maybe this one, who knows. But nonetheless, I wanted to see this one. We did not get it. But if you look at ES's trade, they're identical. This imbalance when we first dropped in market open, this imbalance when we first opened, market drop, market open, these are the same thing. But ES ripped on through my entry. This was my first entry. This is my actual loss. Where NQ came up and almost made it there, respected it prior, respected this imbalance, and made the move. So it was kind of a choppy market. The higher time frames look absolutely disgusting. Like, look at this. It looks gross. Don't get me wrong. But that's a trade that I was hoping to be able to try to grab on NQ. We didn't get entry. Big whoop. Don't care. ES, though, we got cooked here. And we probably would have entered as soon as we got this fall, because on the 3 minute, or sorry, on the 1 minute here, we have, whoa, I thought we had a minor retracement. This is the play that I was going to take regardless on this break of structure breakdown, because by this point in time, I had clued into the fact that we had pre-market highs just get swept. NQ is in the midst of falling off the face of the earth. So when we get a lower time frame break of structure, hypothetically out of our 1 hour confluence, that is entry. That is enough to get in the trade. So that's a trade. And you can see this move here that I was looking for out of this imbalance and this imbalance, we got cooked. NQ made the leg down. ES made the leg up. SMT divergence. And then we fell off a cliff. And this is the move that I was actually seeking. So, boys, nonetheless, that is July 18th market recap. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'm going to catch you on a flip.